with motivation, the very important thing is it needs to be intrinsic. Okay, so if someone's motivated extrinsically to do something, that motivation is going to fade. Okay, so if you try to give people extrinsic, or what that means is external rewards for achieving something, they may achieve their goal, but it's not going to be sustainable for them. Okay, so that's what extrinsic or external motivation is. Internal motivation comes from within. Okay, it comes from having a deep desire to achieve something because it's going to fulfill a need. Okay, or is going to fulfill a personal desire. That's what personal value, that's what an intrinsic motivation is. So from my experience, anytime I've seen a client achieve results and also maintain it, they've been intrinsically motivated. Okay, whereas clients that are just intrinsically motivated, like they want, for example, 12-week transformation, or they want to just do a competition, or they want to do a photo shoot or something like this, that kind of motivation, even if they do achieve their result, a lot of times what happens is they don't end up sustaining it. So as far as motivation, if you really want to motivate your clients, you need to intrinsically see what's motivating. You need to really get to the bottom of why their goal is important to them. Okay, now that's one factor. So you need to have a really strong why, because if you have a strong why, you'll find a way to achieve your result. Okay, if you don't have a strong why, even if you have the best methods and systems, you're going to just find excuses. So really you need to have a strong why. That's of paramount importance. Now the second factor is, when it comes to motivating a client, is you need to have a very specific goal. Okay, the more clear someone is about what they want to achieve, okay, the more they can actually envision it and see themselves having it, and then know why it's important to them, and even have like a specific timeline for when they're going to achieve that result, the more real it starts to feel to them. Okay, and then when they come faced with decisions, whether it's going to support their goal or whether it's going to be counterproductive to their goal, usually they're going to make the decision that's going to be, if they have a clear goal, they're going to actually make the decision that's going to support that goal. If they're very vague, if they're not clear about what they want, when they're faced with a decision that's going to be counterproductive or support their goal, they'll usually make the decision that's going to be counterproductive to their goal, because they're not clear what exactly they want. There's no really time frame on it, so they'll just make the decision to put it off. Like they'll make a poor decision now, and then later they'll make a poor decision again, because they'll just keep putting it off. So those are really the two most important things. You need to be very clear on what your goal is, or your client needs to be very clear on what their goal is, and then they need to have a strong why. They actually need to know why this goal is important to them, why it's driving them. So if they're not sure about that, they actually need to go home and think about it, and then, because that's really going to be the most important driving factor for motivation.